But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, maybe you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed. Think you're something out of my...
Bear with me, we got one more after this one, and then we will be moving on. Roxas is being loud. But anyways, today we are looking at the Dynames. I realized I didn't even finish the back of that. Again, another one of the cheaper HG series that's actually worth the bang for its buck. So let's just jump right into this and let's talk about this bad boy. Alright, we have the high grade 144th scale Dynames. This is a really cool Gundam right off the rip. This is a pretty stacked little Gundam, and this was actually cheaper than the 00 Quant. And I don't have my little rotator pad out this go around because I'm lazy and I don't feel like doing it. Not a bad little Gundam. Let's see, I think I spent, where's the box of this? I spent $16, $17 if you want to get technical. So yes, it was a little bit cheaper than the Quant, and honestly I think this actually has more options than the Quant itself. This comes with two separate modes. You do get your GN shield. I guess it's more of a solid shield than it is the energy sword from the Quant or the Exia repair, and you also get your sniper rifle, which is the Dynames' main weapon, and these, we'll get to that later, but also when I did the build video, I lost these clear little parts, and they're the hardest thing to freaking find, but I'll explain that later as well. Armaments, like I said, you get your sniper rifle, and it does come with your bipod, which that attaches. It comes with another bipod, which is in a different color. We'll show you that in a second when we open the box. It's aggravating. I don't know why they did that. It makes no fucking sense to me. You also do have the beam saber option, which you have the beam saber hilt, but you don't have the blade themselves. Kind of a little bit of a gripe I have with that, but for the price, you can't beat it. Also, you can just take the beam blades from the Exia repair, or anything that has the square notch beam saber, that softer plastic material, and just put it in there because it'll fit in there with no problem. But it does have to be the square modules. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's get this in some poses and show what this thing can do. So as you can see, it can stand up on its own. Another super plus for me. I always like models and Gundams that can stand up on their own without you having to really do much to it, really without any crazy manipulation to it. So yeah, I just had to flip that over because I forgot to paint the other side. But anyway, so you do have your GN wings, shield, whatever you want to call them, and those come off, and those move to a 4 position that just sits in a peg hole that goes on top, but that just moves like that in 3 different little pivots. I think I need to go back and paint some things, go to that later, and we'll just go into the first mode that you see on the show itself. You just have 2 of those, and the things on the back are the original shields for it, to where you can go in the peg hole, and those do have 2 different ways of sitting in there. If it's going on the back, it goes into those holes right there. I don't know if I can get a good view on it, but yes, it slides into that hole. But if you're going in regular mode of the Dynames, it just goes into the peg hole like normal, just as the bigger shields do. So yeah, just like that, plugs right in. I can get that to plug in, and there we go. God dang it. Trust me, it's not that hard to put those in. I'm just trying to do this way too fast. These move forwards. If I can get that to sit in right. These move forwards, completely backwards. It's got a 180 twist to it, so those are cool. Position that. You do have some pretty cool little articulation in the elbow with the soft polycap material type deal in the back. But they're not poly, it's more like a rubbery material. That moves up and down. You got full 360 with that, but I won't go do that. You do have a pretty good knee bend. This is actually on a ball joint. It's a little bit different than the 00 Quant because that's on that circular pivot thing, so you don't have as wide a range of motion, but you do get the, the typical polycap ball joint. This thing cannot do the splits, so it doesn't have a wide range of motion there, but it does have a pretty high kick. It does go back pretty far. These things are a little bit in the way, but it's a sniper model, so you're not trying to really do high mobility. Oh yeah, and the thing flips out there to go into sniper mode and just regular fire capacity mode. And I'm not really that great with that yet, but I'll figure it out later. But yeah, that flips up and down certain mode when you're scoping in on other mobile suits. But moving along. Now you do get the foil stickers again, which is nothing too crazy to really write home about. But it does do color separation on the front of the Gundam, the middle of the kneecap plate, the top of the kneecap plate, the GN core, can't really tell on the inside, but on the outside it has gray stickers for color separation. See if I can get a better look. There we go. Color separation there. And you get them, of course, behind the clear pieces right there, which make sure those are locked into place because those pieces will fall out. I promise you. I lost that. Go check out the build video on this and you'll see where I dropped it. You get a foil sticker to go up in the top of the fin, which is, I guess, a scanner, another camera, and then you got your eye unit, which comes with your standard Gundam eye stickers. And that's it for stickers. Color separation is solid, actually, for a cheaper model. I like the color separation, I can't complain about that. Also, you do have some fold-up fins here. They just fold up and down. That's cool. That goes back to when you're changing modes from sniper to just regular close combat. And I think that's really it for the gimmicks and details about it. And I'm just going to take those off for now. That's it, yeah. These things don't really twist around that much, but you don't really need to twist it. You can do 360 on that, but I think, no point behind it. Now let's go back to what we're talking about with the stand on the 00 Quant, because that's how I hold this one up, and I put it on the same stand as that. Here we go. The Quant is back. So, the thing I forgot to mention in the last video, this stand comes with 2 different pegs, and over there. So, it comes with 2 separate pegs. You got one that's more in an angled mode than anything else, and that causes it to do like laying flat mode, and it comes with this riser piece to make it higher, so those can switch out. You can put that in the front like that. I like to do Exia in the kind of the flight attack mode, or you can put it up there, vice versa. Both of those go in like that. I prefer doing it this way, so that way you can get both mobile suits on that stand. But it is kind of a weird angle, but it gives you enough separation to where you can make both of those sit on there. So that's it. That was the only thing I had to cover about the last video that I didn't cover. Alright, there you have it. That's it. That is the Dynames. I really don't have much else to say about it. It was a quick build, panel lining, color separation. Again, another 8 out of 10 for this Gundam model. No complaints, like I said, but except for the beam saber blades. You don't get those, but what do you expect? It was like 17 bucks. Still yet a cool little thing, especially with all the stickers, all the gimmicks that it comes with. Most Gundams cost way more than that, even HGs. I'm stoked about it. It's a cool little quick build that I had fun with. So I'm gonna put this on the shelf. That wraps this video up. Again, thank you so much. I know it seems kind of lazy that I'm doing it this way, but I haven't had a lot of time to really sit around and record videos, but I had time to build, so I got it out of the way. So I got one more review, and it's on a stand. But anyways, until the next video, we'll see you on the next one. Okay, one thing I did forget to mention, one thing I always forgot to do, and is I forgot to open up the box. I'll save you a little bit of trouble. So yeah, you do get the cool box, of course. You get the other bipod for the GN sniper rifle, which comes in a white. I hate it, but the detailing is fantastic. So if you want to take your time, paint it. I can't get a good focus on it, but it does come with an extra bipod to get in a lay down position, and for an actual sniper mode you get another hand, which is the dynamic posing hand, which is the open hand that does that, but I'll never use that because there's no point. And just like all the newer Gundam models, Bandai models, you do have your butt plug. So yeah, butt plug, extra hand, and bipod. That's it for that. But that's it.